Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
The roughing the quarterback, roughing the passer, they have their interpretation on what it should be, and it's changed over the years. Over the last few seasons, it's really changed. And now you have what happened to Tua has everyone all of a sudden hyper aware about, football players can get hurt. And so, do you all think that Tua's injury will severely impact NFL rules? Are we going to see the rules for roughing the passer get worse, or will it just be what we saw?
Being
You
changed.
know, what we saw in the last week with how the referees called it, because I think there were more roughing the passer calls this weekend than there have been like the last year or two.
Oh yeah, I think they are. I mean, this a lot. I think ever since the Tua incident, it's changed a lot. But I think now we've gotten to a point to where it's you can't. These guys got to be able to play. That play in the Kansas City game last night was just ridiculous. I could not believe that they actually called that roughing the passer, and nullifying a fumble. That would you can't make calls like that. I know the speed of the game is really kind of hard to call, but if you're gonna make a call like that and you got these referees just throwing the flag, you don't want to change the complexion of the game. The game has to be played. I understand that we're trying to err on the side of safety um, with these players, with the quarterbacks and things of that nature. But it does. I mean, these are not babies. I mean, these are grown men, and it needs to be refereed as such. You're taking away from the game. I mean, I think the targeting rules in college. I mean, I get it. I understand all the safety and everything, and I understand that there's a lot of different things, but you got to let these guys play. You can't, a lot of these guys are not out there trying to make bad plays or dirty players or whatever the case may be. But we can't change the outcome of games by throwing the flag saying that it's roughing the passer. You can tell the difference when it's egregious or not. So I just think that it's something the competition committee is going to have to get together. I think they got a meeting here coming up soon, and I think that it needs to be addressed. And if it needs to be addressed by maybe putting an extra person in New York to kind of look at these plays if they do throw the flag to make sure it really was roughing the passer. I mean, we have enough technology now to where we can look back at these things and make the correct call. Just make the correct call is all I'm trying to say.
All right,
That
now,
shouldn't have been.
all right, let's look at what happened last night with Chris Jones. And Ray, you're a Raiders fan. Now, by letter of the law, if you put your weight if you fall with your weight on the quarterback, that's considered roughing the passer. I thought the only thing that may have come into question was the fact that the ball came out. But how did you see it?
Well, I mean, it's one of them calls that you really don't agree with, but it's the same thing what happened with Calvin Johnson maybe 10 years ago when he caught the ball in the end zone and they say he
Yeah.
didn't possess it all the way to the ground. Okay, well, you know the rules, so you let the ball go and all that kind of stuff. That's the situation. Now with Chris Jones, I don't think he really could have did anything different because he stripped the ball and he did land on him with his body weight. Now, could he have took the ball only and not landed on Derek Carr, period, taking him to the ground? Maybe he could have. But this is the problem that we get because you mean listen to these people on TV and on radio and everything else, everybody talking that Tua shit. Okay, well Tua's a grown man. If Tua say he hurt his back, and I'm serious, Tua say he hurt his back, he's a grown man. Tua got paid. He went out there. The man remembered the plays. The man played well until he got hurt. Then he got hurt. All shame. They failed to it, and somebody should be fired, and this person should be this and that and the other. That's the type of bullshit we start with. Can you imagine like they threw the flag on Tom Brady on Sunday? Man, if Tom Brady end his career out there, football gonna be shut down. They can't allow that to happen because people gonna turn around. Oh, I can't believe they let Tom Brady get hit like this. He shouldn't end his career like this. Oh, this. That's what they come with, that bullshit. Now it's nothing you can do because the lawsuits are flying. Like me, I really don't believe in that CTE shit because I never seen nobody with money have CTE. But the problem is, everybody like Warren Sapp and them that blew their bag, that's what they gonna say. Shit, don't worry, Antonio Brown coming. He blew his bag. In fact, I don't think it's gonna be 10 years. He gonna be talking crazy. Well, we got CTE, you gotta go see this person, that one. That's what it is. It's too much money in the NFL now for anything to happen because people want the money. People saying Tua should retire right now and sue by the Dolphins. You see what I'm saying? And how can you can't have it both ways. I listen to these guys all the time on TV, on radio, on YouTube, but they'll flip flop. One week they'll say one thing and then they say something else the next. Same thing with I don't want to jump off topic, but they're talking about pay Dak Prescott. They gotta pay the brother. They gotta do it. Steve, they spend all that shit. Now they saying the man overpaid. You see, yeah, right or wrong. They tried to make it look like they didn't want to pay Dak because he was black when they paid all the other black quarterbacks. Okay, well, Jerry Jones, if you paid Tony Romo, you gotta pay him. Why the man gotta make the same mistake twice? Maybe he learned from the Romo contract. But this is what I'm saying. But this is what people say. So how can you clean up football and have football where you not calling these plays? Because if you don't call it, somebody get hurt. Now there's lawsuits involved. And they know that now.
Well, Eminem, let me ask you this, bro, because Eminem, it's like, boxers get hit upside the head all day. MMA fighters get hit upside the head all day because that's what they're paid to do. It's a physical, brutal sport. But you look at football players, yeah, it's a physical sport with a lot of contact, but they're wearing helmets, they got pads on, and they get paid a lot of money. So I know no one wants to get hurt, but are they doing a little too much when it comes to protecting the quarterback?
Well, I mean, they doing way too much. But here's the problem. And trying not to be political, it's the same problem how the USA got involved with the Vietnam conflict. It's just like you can't say one thing. Yeah, I know it's off left field, but I'm saying you can't say, home of the brave and all this stuff, and then certain people getting fucked over. So you gotta do stuff to make stuff look something else. So when social media came out and when YouTube came out, so now when you see something, you don't have to just lock it in your memory. You can just go back to that over and over and over. And now 31 teams is getting ready to have the benefits that the Pats had with Tom Brady. And I'll be the first to say I have no problem calling Brady the GOAT and all that. But I also have no problem saying this motherfucker got so many petty calls in his career, it's a shame. And I think that outside of the lawsuit stuff, I think that the overwhelming evidence of, hey, look when this happened, Brady got this call. Look when this happened. And it's nothing against Brady personally, but he's not a referee, but facts are facts, So I think that's some of it too. I think that, now the it's spreading around more than just, one player, one team, one player, and it sucks, but it sucked all the time. But now that it's about to be, 32 teams getting flags when the wind blow. Now it's like, oh shit, it's a problem. It's been a problem. It just was isolated to, one or two more popular players. Shit. I mean, and I think the only positive in the whole thing is more mobile quarterbacks now probably gonna get finally get some calls when it's truly roughing, because every time you get hit, just because you're capable of pulling it down, running out. I know Buck can attest to this being a big, of course, a Steelers fan, a Big Ben fan too. Ben's a tough guy. He could take a lot of licks, and he never got the calls. And I'm not even using nobody black. He never got the calls Tom Brady got. He never got the calls Peyton Manning got because they looking at how he play. So I think they just spreading that shit around to everybody. Now it look like it sucked, but it been sucking. I seen McNabb get hit all kind of ways, even when he wasn't trying to scramble.
Yeah,
You know,
McNabb always got
I'm
hit.
talking
I
about
mean, that joker was
body weight,
always hurt.
drove into the
Yeah,
ground, helmets in the chest, slung down, oh, the
yeah,
whole nine. I'm talking about
While in the
standing in the
pocket.
pocket, while in the
yeah,
pocket, not running, not you look like you about to run. So now that everybody else's quarterback's finna get this oh, he sneezed, it's a flag that Brady
yeah,
got for all them years. Nine sucked, but it always sucked. But now it's just
yeah,
spreading it around. So, you know,
yeah.
because of social media.
I mean, you got to think about this too. Cam Newton is another one of those that used to get his ass.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, Cam Newton got. I mean, he got drove in the ground several
Yeah, if
times.
you were a
Hell,
big quarterback,
Yeah.
it happened.
Cam, John
yeah,
Elway,
Cam,
Dante
John Elway,
Dante Culpepper.
Dante Culpepper,
Yeah.
all those guys. They used to not. I mean, but let it be Drew Brees
Right.
or the Manning brothers or or Tom Brady. You sneeze on them jokers. I mean, it was just one of those deals. We can even say one the recent not only just Big Ben, but the guy who used to play for San Diego. He used to run all the time, and he didn't get those big time calls like I can't believe I forgot his name. I can see his face can't call.
San Diego, Philip
Yeah,
Rivers.
the Chargers. Philip Rivers. He didn't get the calls that
Man, Philip
you
Rivers
know.
didn't run like that.
I agree to
Yeah,
say
he
I
didn't
don't remember
run,
him
but
running.
he
I
ran a little bit. I mean, he
don't
wasn't
remember
one of
him
those.
running in his life.
He didn't run like the rest of them, but he didn't get the calls that a Drew Brees or
Hmm.
Manning or
I
Brady
don't
would
think
get.
I don't
Yeah,
think you can
especially
give a running quarterback the same calls because they're
no, that's
not giving
bullshit.
themselves up.
No,
Well, I mean,
no,
That's
no, that's
bullshit.
bullshit. That's
if they're
bullshit.
in the pocket,
If you in the pocket,
yeah,
see
it's the
if the
same.
rule is I mean that's no different than saying well out of bounds saying out of bounds for you because you don't really run. Nah, that don't change. Helmet to
Yeah.
helmet is helmet to helmet. If you stand in the
Thank
pocket
you.
Yeah,
and you
helmet
getting
to
hit,
helmet is helmet to
uh,
helmet.
right? And so
Okay
why?
then.
So if I'm a run a mobile quarterback. So somebody put their body weight on Jalen Hurts. How is that any different? He's standing in the pocket. How is that any different from putting their body weight on
Derek
somebody
Carr.
else?
Yeah,
Derek
Yeah.
Carr.
there is no difference.
He gonna
There is
get
no
the
difference.
calls. They do that. We talking about if his body is moving or he's
No,
trying to
that's
escape the
understandable.
pocket or whatever the case may be.
If you a
Well,
runner, you're a runner. But I'm saying when you're not a runner
well,
and you just
that's the
Standing
way
standing
in the
it
back.
pocket.
should be. But if you look at the tape on Sunday, Tom Brady had started scrambling when he got caught by Grady Jarrett and slung down, and they still called it rough, and he had started scrambling.
Yeah,
Yep.
Brady always get calls. He get calls
Yeah,
on everything. The most bullshit I ever seen. We lost to them last year, Monday Night Football. When dude didn't even touch Tom, they threw a flag talking about he said something.
do you
I'm
all
like, man, what kind of shit
Yeah.
is that?
do you all think they need to have replay for
Oh yeah.
and I mean because I know people want to get away from replay, delaying the game and stuff like that, but I think when it comes to a call where you say the quarterback got hit in the face and you realize that he really didn't, or he got hit in the knees, then you realize he got blocked into the knees. Do you think that they need to review that type of stuff?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Because it's
It, it,
gotten to
it,
that point.
well, the NFL enjoyed, not to cut you off, but the NFL enjoyed the ratings of, it's like you got to
Drama.
give something right. So they got to give some type of anger situation of fans, and then
Yeah.
after so many years they'll kind of give in, then they'll start something else. But what the
Yeah.
most egregious one to me though is when they try to destroy Chad Johnson and T.O.'s image, and
Yeah.
then when the ratings start going down because of the non-football fans, then they start talking about well now you can celebrate and all that. That's
Yeah,
bullshit, man. That's
yeah,
Yeah. That's
bullshit.
bullshit. That's
yeah.
bullshit.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens going forward.